practice is quite concerned with the history of Western painting, and I appropriate and sample motifs from paintings from the Renaissance, the Baroque, Romanticism, even Pre-Raphaelite era, and I combine them into new hybrid paintings. So I'm kind of rewriting histories in a way through painting.
Hmm.
I teaching fits into my practice in many ways. I tend to reflect my own methods and experience when I teach. I also lecture at RMIT, and I like to invest art history into the way that I teach a practical class as well. Yeah, so I guess that's it in a nutshell. I work with oils and some quite traditional techniques from grisaille to glazing. Um, so trying to sort of mimic the way old masters would have worked as well.
Why do you think it's important to step outside of your comfort zone in your practice and do things that you would challenge how you would normally work?
I think for a few reasons it's important. I think for the first reason, a practice can become pretty boring
Yeah.
if it's so constantly the same. And I don't know how artists do that, sticking to that kind of brand idea. Um, I also think that you never get anywhere without a bit of risk. And there's nothing like that excitement of making a work and seeing something evolve that wasn't a foregone conclusion. Taking segues and yeah, experimenting while you're in the act. And I think that looking at artists from all over the world is absolutely key to challenging yourself as well, to just have your eyes on another practice and the strategies that artists use to take those risks or segues in their work. So that's how I learn a lot anyway, from talking to other artists about that very issue, and also looking.
What made you want to teach or be part of pushing the line?
Oh, a couple of things. Well, firstly, I think drawing's fundamental to any art practice. And that's whether you're a sculptor or an architect or a digital artist or anything, 'cause it's about observation and how we humans record what we see very fundamentally. And also because the art room's just an incredible team of artists that I wanted to work with. And I've known about the program for a very long time. And I'm just excited to be part of it. And I think that the idea of a drawing symposium is excellent. It's like a real clinic for the drawing mind. So I'm excited to see what evolves from all of our
Mm,
different approaches.
mm. And do you learn from your students when you're teaching as well?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's such a collaborative thing, teaching. That's why it's such a rich industry to be part of.
Mm.
Because what's better than talking about art all day with some very interested people? I can't complain.
Yeah, that's true. It's a sort of a beautiful environment to be in. And without giving too much away, what might the students explore or expect to do with you on the day?
Well, we're going to be thinking in reverse, and we're going to be
Oh.
doing some undrawing. Uh, as a painter, I employ unpainting in my practice, where I use methods of erasure as well as addition. So I suppose, the focus is about that push and pull with a drawing of what you add and what you remove, and the removal of media being a really beautiful way to find an image.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we're going to be doing some warm ups and then settle into a bit of a longer etched kind of removal process.
Yeah, great. And will art history be featuring in what you're covering as well?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
because, engraving and etching are such old methods. And this process, in a way, mimics that thinking and that approach to rendering. So, but of course, I'm happy to see however anyone else wants to interpret this undrawing practice as a contemporary abstraction, or, looking at old masters as well.
Mm. It sounds really engaging and exciting as well. Yeah,
I hope
that's
so.
yeah, sounds like it. That sounds really good. Cool. that's all I need to cover for
Okay.
what we need to do. Is there anything else you wanted to add before I don't record anymore?
I think everybody should consider doing this workshop. You've got 5 different artists over 5 days. It's a kind of arty boot camp. I think it sounds really exciting, and I look forward to being in it.